Welcome back, everybody. This is Brian Kirk with Eat to My Own Beat, taking the road less traveled, with a trip and review of our day on February 7th, 2022. This is February 7th still. This is our fourth video for that day. The first three were Vatican City, and this one is now for the finale of the rest of it. So as you can see here, we had some fettuccine Alfredo. I was destined to have some while I was there, and some French fries. I wanted to have a fettuccine Alfredo with chicken somewhere along the way. My wife had vegetarian couscous with mushrooms, and our dishes were very good. And we were walking now towards St. Paul's Cathedral. It was a fairly nice day. This is a little later in the day because we spent about 2.5 hours at the Vatican. The streets are pretty wide. The sidewalks are pretty wide in Italy, especially along this area. St. Paul's Cathedral is actually outside of the actual Vatican area, and it's free to get into with your ticket purchased from the. I believe it's free. So definitely check that out. It's unbelievable the way it looks and just the historic significance of it. If you didn't know already, the Vatican City is actually its own country. It has its own designation as a country. It is recognized by the United Nations as the Holy See, HOLYSEE, and it is really something else. There's papal grounds in the Vatican City where the Pope lives, and the people who live in the Vatican City itself. They have shops and stores and medical facilities all on site for the people who live there. And it's only available, you can't go there as a tourist, so it's only available as an actual citizen. So as we continue our ascent to the as we continue our ascent to St. Paul's Cathedral, we are just walking up the street here, as you can see through the columns and the entryway here. It is just about to get into the actual area of St. Paul's Cathedral. There's a street there, shops, people selling pictures of the area and making sure that people are doing everything they're supposed to. Please remove your hats when you go through this area, as it's a sign of respect entering a church to remove your hat. These columns are huge and they're everywhere. As you can see, they are just magnificent. They take up so much space. It's just unbelievable to walk in this area here because of the historic recognition of this place. As you can see here is the area in front of the cathedral. You can see all the way around it. It's pretty big, and it's you know, most people only go to Italy. A lot of people, the majority of the world will never go to Italy. So it's the ones that do go there maybe go there once or twice, but to actually see the Vatican and St. Paul's Basilica, Basilica, is really something else. So I apologize for getting the name wrong earlier in this video. So we can actually go into the Basilica, and we will. We're just looking around the area here, watching everyone in the crowds that are in the area. One thing I have to say is that Europe is that masks are very important. Here's my wife and I taking a selfie, at this time at least. Most of the mask requirements have been dropped, but at the time in February, they were quite common and you had to follow the rules. So, I find that in Europe they're less upset about the regulations than people in North America. We have someone dancing. Nobody's watching. He's having a good time, so whatever he's doing, he's enjoying it. We didn't actually see that many buskers while we were in Europe. There are a few people selling like charcoal paints and spray paints of the Roman Colosseum, but for the most part, there wasn't any actual buskers that we would see, like you'd see in Paris or England. We were getting close to the entryway. It's a long journey. The queues are very short at this time of year, especially or at that time of year, especially with COVID going on. You don't have to wait very long in the lines to actually get in. You have to remove your hat. This was February that we went, so it's a little cooler, like 13, 14 degrees. Queues are very short. It takes more time to get through all the queues that are empty than it does to actually get into the Basilica. It's a beautiful water display. Once again, we are getting closer. It's just such a long walk to get through these. If you're checking your steps for the walking, you're going to get quite a few on a place like this today. Almost through. Getting ever so closer. We're going in now. We're in the last line. We're going to finally get to go into the Basilica. So we take the last bit of the queue to get inside. Walk up a few more stairs, and we are just about in. Slowly but steadily, we get in to the actual Basilica. Look back at what we all just went through. I'm guessing that in non-COVID times, this lines would be very full and the wait would be quite long. So it was a blessing that we were there in February of 2022 when it wasn't so busy. Taking selfies everywhere they go. So we slowly get closer, ascend to the actual basilica. And here we go. The beautiful marble floors is just amazing. The detail and of the all the art pieces that are in the actual basilica. It is breathtaking. Having been in the Sistine Chapel, you realize how much beauty and art there goes into religious buildings in Europe in general. Um, it's controversial because the amount of money that's spent on the church is quite high, and is that there might be other things we can do with that money that would benefit society a lot more. There's people who believe that it's important to spend the money on the church. The church does a lot of good. So looking at both ways, it's hard to come up with a rationale which makes one better than the other. And look at the beauty and detail of the church roof or the basilica's roof and ceiling. Kind of ornate fixtures and details. They're just amazing. And then there's the actual church area at the front. Many statues of the Mother Mary. Many beautiful paintings. It, it, it really is basically a museum when you think about it. All the art pieces and significant sights and feelings and beauty the um, of the building, and it's like I said before, it's just one of a kind. Like you'll see other places in the Muslim world where you see beauty like this. A lot of the religion. There's the Pope, one of the popes there in the statue. You would not see a monastery like this, of course, because monasteries are people who live closer to God. In other words, that they don't have wealth and they live piously and a little bit different than this. We are approaching the chapel, taking a look at all the art and the statues that are going on right here. I wish I had remembered exactly what the statues were, but I'm sure some of the viewers here know who these statues are and what they're made of. and what they're about. And a lot of stained glass window as well in the window area. Sorry for the shakiness of the video here. I don't know why it was so shaky. We are approaching slowly but steadily the chapel area of the cathedral, or the basilica, I should say. Like I said before, I've said several times, the art is absolutely beautiful. The detail, the coloring, the preservation of everything is quite beautiful, and there's no real words to describe it. I've never been inside a basilica that is so famous in the world, or that of the Vatican City itself as well. But there's just so much art and so much detail and love and care that it would put into the artwork that is being posted, that is being shared with the world, regardless of your religion, of your faith, your color, your ethnicity. Anyone can come in here, and it's just kind of cool that you don't have to be religious to be able to come in here. You don't have to be religious to enjoy the beauty of something like this. Um, that's the way it should be. That we should be able to accept everyone for who they are and not care about their religion, their ethnicity, their color of their skin, so forth. We are all human, and we share this planet, and we need to be good and best to all of them. Here we are approaching the candle area where there is a tomb, I believe. One of the early popes. It might be Saint Paul, Saint Peter, Saint Paul. I'm horrible for remembering these details, but this huge overhang, and it's so detailed and so beautiful. The woodwork is just amazing, and it is gorgeous. There's another shot of the floor. Look at the detail. You figure how many people have stepped on this floor over the centuries. We are approaching the actual chapel part. There's again another shot of the papal tomb. And there actually is available. You can sit in the pews and pray if you would like to. You can also light a candle. That's the actual chapel area of the church. Look at the detail of that. It's just beautiful. And the light that comes in from all that is just amazing. I do hold service here from time to time, and it is just really beautiful, really gorgeous.
I'm so in love with you. You got me down again. Hold up. I'm so in love with you. You got me down again. I'm so in love with you. You got me down again.
Rome. There'll be another one tomorrow, or next Sunday, I should say, where we go to the Colosseum and check that out. And thanks for watching. It's a little different video, so I'm running through a few different ways of doing this, and as you see the videos, I will be progressing and making new changes. So till next time, keep eating to your own beat, take the road less traveled, and have a great day.